welcome to the Waffle Press Movie Podcast. I'm your host, David Crespo. We have cameras again. It's amazing. We also have help behind the scenes. Christine, sound engineer.
Yeah,
Ralph, camera engineer.
Woo!
Thank you, Ralph. Thank you both for coming. Gene and Nick are here too. You guys introduce yourselves.
People keep sneaking into my house.
Yeah, right.
They just tell me to go in front of the camera and do it.
Yeah. This is.
That sounds weird.
Make it way weirder than it actually is.
Oh, wow.
All right. Yeah, it's Gina Versa. How you doing?
Yeah, we have a super cool episode today. Nick, you don't get an intro. You ruined it. You said some weird shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Nick Valero.
Very cool. Yeah, very cool. Episode today to cap off Shark Week.
Yes.
I brought in one of my friends at the asylum. Was it? I worked on his movie Awaken the Shadowman. It was the first movie I ever worked on after graduating.
Nice.
Yeah, I was a PA, and he's a very cool guy. Talked to him a lot at the asylum, where I assisted edit. I actually do have something. Raph, can you hand me my laptop bag there?
No, isn't he just like, nah?
Yeah. I'll show you. Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot. 4 Carrot Tops in that movie.
Yeah. But what were you saying?
I totally forgot.
Thank you.
Speaking of props.
This is the first asylum movie. Yeah.
Oh, while Gene's doing that, we did a Jaws retrospective. I did it with Macaringo. It was great. What do you guys think?
This is Alien Convergence. It was the first movie I assistant edited at the asylum. It's now out on DVD. You could get it on Amazon. I think it's on like VOD. And yeah, it was really fun.
Did they give you your copy?
They did give me my coffee. I didn't have to buy this.
Okay.
So yeah, check out Alien Convergence. Everywhere you can find it, Gene?
Everywhere, yeah.
Everywhere? Okay,
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. We're capping off Shark Week. We're extending it because sharks are fucking cool and there aren't enough good shark movies. We have the pre-recorded interview with Anthony Ferrante, director of all the Sharknado movies, director of Sharknado 5, coming out August 6th, Gene?
6th.
August 6th.
In the recording, you may hear a different date. Don't trust it. Go with the 6th.
Go with the 6th.
Revenge of the 6th.
Yes.
Yeah, but first up, we got some movie news to break down. Comic-Con happened in between our last episode.
What?
Who went to Comic-Con?
Only me and Christine.
I went in spirit. Does that
That doesn't count. Get out of here.
I want to go next here, really quick. Just Christine, hop in on this if you want to, too. Just yell across the room or take a microphone. How was Comic-Con this year?
I had a great time. I didn't have a pass. Okay, I need to take my headphones off.
It's
Sorry.
fine.
I had a great time. I did not have a pass to the actual convention, but I went on Friday and Saturday, and I went dressed as Wonder Woman. And let me tell you, if you guys, well, you're men, you don't understand, but people just, I would implore all women at least once in their lives to dress up as Wonder Woman and go to Comic-Con because people automatically respect you and they respect your authority.
Right.
Yeah, and they just talk to you. Yeah, so I went to the SyFy nerd party. So SyFy channel and Nerd HQ. Yeah, well they.
You not get in.
It was a long line.
Yeah, it was really, so this is like the story. So at 8:30 they were gonna open the line to get into the party. So we started lining up like at 6 o'clock. So there's a group of 30 of us. And then security came out. They're like, "Hey, you're gonna have to leave here." And sorry, get the story. It's like, "Sorry, you're gonna have to leave here because we're gonna have to set up all the security and set up the barricades." And so I'm talking with my group of friends. There's about 10 of us, and we're like, "Well, what if we stand across the street at the park?" We asked the security. He's like, "Well, we can't guarantee that you guys are gonna be the first in the line. You guys can either do it or not." No, it's fine. Okay.
No technical difficulties
No
here.
technical difficulties.
Not again.
No.
And so he's like, "Well, I can't guarantee that you guys are going to be in line." So I'm like, "Whatever, fuck this guy." And so, can I say expletive?
Yeah, I know. You can text.
Okay, I'm Wonder Woman, fuck this guy. So I tell everybody so there's a public park across the street. So I tell everybody in the line, like, "Okay, guys, security said we're going to have to clear this area. We're going to walk across the street and we're going to keep our honor code. Remember who's in line. Don't cut each other."
Yeah.
And people just listened to me. They didn't question my authority. They didn't ask if I worked there. They just did it.
It's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that was my highlight, just that I set up the line because I can do it.
I remember going to Comic-Con last year and everyone just bum rushed.
Our friend Patrick told us that happened this year. 200 people bum rushed Hall H line on Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, after people waited.
Well, yeah. I also saw because people were trying to get into the pop figure one. and stuff like that when I was there, and like I see like a bunch of kids and they're like trying not to get like trampled and stuff like that. Like people are like really rude.
Yeah. It was like
at a
Walking
certain
Dead or something.
at a certain point, me and my buddy that I was going with just went like, it's plastic. I'll get it online later. It's not that big of a deal. It's not worth it.
I mean, yeah, I didn't go this year either. I really want to go next year because I saw the Alien Covenant stuff and the Blade Runner 2049 stuff, and I was like, wow, of all years for me not to go, that's
all that.
Ridley Scott panels. What the?
It was fun.
Like,
Okay, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, even if you don't have a pass to the convention, like
There's
there's so much marketing going on with Gaslamp now. It was not like that 6 years ago.
No, yeah.
That's
when
like
I
you went
started.
6 years ago.
Yeah, like I went. That was my first
I
con.
went, I went last year and they had what was it, the Stick of Truth outside. There was
That's right.
Miss.
Oh my god.
What was it? Last year I remember going to Stick of Truth. I remember going to Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot, they had great stuff. They were literally in a van and they were just pulling up to people with a mob of people coming out of the actual van, and instead of kidnapping you as you would suspect, because they had they had the masks on, they were just throwing masks at people and handing out bags. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And also what was it, Adult Swim. They always have a really cool
That little area was really cool.
their outside area is always really
I
cool.
didn't go this year to that.
Their little carnival area is always really cool. I always really enjoy Adult Swim stuff, especially with their giant screening area. That's always really
Yeah.
But the big news coming out of Comic-Con is that Hall H is insane. And I honestly, Gene and I had a discussion about this. I had a discussion with my buddies over at RFC, Patrick, Andy, Mike. Love you guys. We disagree with this. I think Hall H is inhumane.
Yeah.
You gotta wait 2 days before you can go inside. And now even then you don't get to go inside all the time.
But some people, I remember what me and a buddy of mine did when we went last year. We actually didn't even rent a hotel room. We just slept in the line.
Yeah.
We literally walked outside. We literally
Okay.
walked outside of Comic-Con. We went to a party, got a beer at a bar, and then went, all right, let's go back to the line.
Yeah.
And then we went to the line, laid down. I had a Snuggie, and I fell asleep, which was actually really cool too, because we overslept a little bit, and the guy behind us pushed went hey man, wake up. And we woke up, we're just trying to grab everything, and I was really surprised because I thought he would have just been that sucks to be you.
It just seems excessive. I mean, it's just marketing stuff,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's cool, the environment and everything, but
Right, when you get in, but you have to
it
wait.
seems like a little much.
Yeah, I mean, you have to wait, God knows how long, 12 hours.
at the very least,
That's
they
cool.
should. I think they should make the trailers available to everyone, so people don't
Well, you know what,
harm their lives.
yeah,
by
I
waiting
mean,
in the sun.
Yeah, people do that at Celebration. They camp out. Well, at least Celebration, they have Ryan Johnson or J.J. Abrams giving you freaking pizza while you wait. Walking outside saying, thank you. At Hall H, it's just wait. It's you're not going to. Some of you may not get in. Some of you may not survive. It's it's I don't know. It's Mad Max, the Thunderdome or something.
But for nerds, so
Yeah,
it seems
for
scary.
nerds.
I do think that the only problem is that I know that everybody's giving Comic-Con such a huge hype and everything like that. Anybody who's actually been to Comic-Con knows that it's just another con.
Yeah.
Once you're inside,
another con.
once you're inside, it smells the same as every other con. I mean, it looks like every other con as well. Nothing is different. Same vendors are there and everything like that.
It's just Hall H that kind of builds up the whole thing.
Yeah, the only difference is that if you walk over to other specific booths, you may see someone that is in a TV show that you know of and stuff like that.
And on that note, while I'm moving James' bag nondescriptly, let's talk a little bit about things that came out of Hall H. We're just going to run down some movies really quickly. Big trailers came out. Before I break it down into sections, what were your favorite trailers that came out?
Okay, can I go first?
Yes, I know your answer, Gene.
I know it's going to piss you off.
It was a good trailer.
It was a good trailer. I love the book show. So I think the Ready Player One trailer was the best trailer because it, it showed this is a movie that we really, haven't kind of seen before. It's like Roger Rabbit on crack, and it's just seeing the Iron Giant, seeing the Acura bike.
Roger read it.
Roger read it.
Not trademarking that.
It was epic. It was the music. Tom Sawyer, Rush. Rush doing that was amazing. I know. I'm hyped as balls for this.
Hyped as balls?
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's just talk about it. Nick, did you see the trailer?
For Ready Player One?
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Actually, you know what? That's another question I have.
What?
For Anthony. Totally.
I'm going to have to cut this, by the way, so
Yeah.
thank you for that.
No, anyway, sorry about that. No, it was because there's a
don't be
scene.
sorry.
No, there's a scene inside of Sharknado 1 where it says movie cars. And then they come out with like a black Hummer that isn't a movie car, and I was like, I want to know what movie car that was, or why just say movie cars? Why didn't you just say it was a car lot and everything? I don't know. That was when I was watching the movie.
So you like the Ready Player One?
So you like Ready Player One?
Yes, I liked Ready Player One. It was which I really liked the entire scope of it. Kind of felt like a little bit Tronish.
Yeah.
In a way, it felt very Tronish.
Well, yeah, it kind of is Tron.
Yeah, it felt very Tronish, and I loved seeing, like the Iron Giant, the DeLorean, different stuff like that. That was always really cool. Everything like that.
Even Diego hates the book.
Oh, yeah, I think the book.
I personally haven't read the book, so I'm indifferent. But I'll watch the movie.
Okay.
Thank you to our buddy Sean Fallon and his wife Fee, who went out to get drinks with us when they were down in LA, because they agree with me that the book is awful.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I just wanted to plug that. Listen to the first to last podcast.
This is the end of our friendship on there.
No, too bad. I'll get another friend.
Okay.
Ragnarök trailer is my favorite trailer of the whole bunch. It looks like someone got like everything I'm interested in. Like, oh, Diego likes like 80s punk rock. Oh, what's that? Zombies? Oh, Asgardian zombie soldiers. Kate Blanchett. Here's a bunch of Kate Blanchett. Tessa Thompson as a warrior goddess. Awesome. Throw that in there. Chris Hemsworth with big beefy arms and a buzz cut. Awesome. Do that.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Boom.
I was really glad to see the Hulk talk. I love the trailer, but the Hulk talking just
that was one of the coolest scenes.
Because he talks in the comics.
Yeah, but I really do like
sentences.
seeing that, like the Hulk is actually going to have like some form of arc.
Yeah.
In this movie, unlike it's just going to be like Hulk smash.
Well, I mean, he's had arcs in every movie he's been in, except for Iron Man 3.
No, Bruce Banner has had arcs. The Hulk hasn't.
Yeah, the Hulk's
no,
not really.
Age of Ultron, he's got an arc.
Yeah.
It's tied in with Bruce Banner's, but they're like one.
But did you hear? I think it was the director.
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, he was saying that the Hulk speaking because throughout maybe it's been like 2 years since Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Who does the continuity with Spider-Man Homecoming? That's and everything.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but he said that he's just been the Hulk these 2 years, and the Hulk, because he's had so much control, he's got to kind of develop his brain and kind of have the weird speaking patterns, and it seems like more Hulk-centric, which it's really cool. But sorry, I lost my thought there.
No, it's cool to see the Hulk talk. Yeah,
yeah, I like how they snuck a Hulk movie in there.
Yeah,
they were like,
Hulk.
Yeah, they were like, oh, you know what? Thor doesn't do very well by himself. Let's sneak a Hulk movie in there. We haven't had one of those in a while.
World War Hulk. Yeah. But sorry, what were you saying?
But yeah, no, the trailers. That's like the best Marvel trailer for me.
Yeah.
I watched it like 20 times in a day when it came out.
I would say
again,
more than the Zeppelin when they did in the first.
Oh yeah, that's a great teaser trailer, but this is like everything.
Yeah,
everything for Diego. Somebody's being selfish.
Yeah.
And I really like that a lot.
Yeah, no, it was a great trailer. Nick, what was yours?
I know you're both gonna hate me.
It's gonna be Justice League.
It was Justice.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Before you continue, that's a good fucking trailer.
That was a good trailer.
That was a really good
I'm glad there wasn't a Nine Inch Nails song.
Yeah, I was really happy about the trailer, but also the main thing is I was really happy about the coloration. Because if you put the two trailers, the first trailer that came out compared to this one, this fucking trailer is a lot brighter.
Yeah.
This trailer is
There's
so
color correction in a Marvel movie? What?
There's a DC
Justice
movie?
League.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, so in a DC movie that's
but
not
also,
dark.
Marvel started color correction.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
No, I was going to say there's a DC movie that doesn't look dark.
Yeah, but it looked a lot brighter and it looked like really cool. There's just a couple of like things from the trailer. I mean, the entire trailer looked really cool, and I'm looking really forward to Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I think he's going to do an awesome
when he's
job.
not boohooing every single scene.
You know what? I to be totally honest, I'm perfectly fine with that because that looks like it's like small pieces of, and that's also part of his character.
Yeah.
Like he just finds battle fun.
Yeah,
everything else, and I think like.
But every time we see him in the trailer, he's always like he's like Michelangelo.
But I like that.
No, I do, but like
if you're gonna have an Aquaman who looks like a badass, make him Michelangelo.
Make him fun. Don't make him a scary badass.
Make him really funny. Like make him like your comic relief.
Like Jason Momoa is like a really funny guy. He just happens to be built like a god.
Yeah.
Like a brick shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, he's too sexy.
Yeah.
That's
But,
too sexy for
Finish
shit.
your thoughts on
No,
that?
but I really did like the trailer. I thought the trailer, it didn't give you too much, unlike BVS where it gave you the entire damn movie. You know, this one, it gave you snippets of stuff that you've already seen with like a little bit longer and everything like that. The only weird part about the trailer was the after credit trailer scene. Where like after they showed like Justice League and then they had like it go to black and then it showed like another part of the trailer where it's like, oh, I thought you were coming back and stuff like that.
No, he said you'd come.
Yeah, like he said.
Have you seen all the little clips he put together? Like he said you'd come, and then it's like the Boss Baby or something.
It's
Really
it's
funny.
probably not Green Lantern.
What did you think of all the
it's
reports?
Superman, by the way.
What did you think of all the reports with Ben Affleck?
Well,
This might be
he said on stage, you know, this is
My whole thing about that is like, dude, the DC movies have clearly had a bunch of issues. Like, who cares about all these rumors at this point? Like, let's just hope that they make good movies.
yeah.
Well,
I used to be really into following that stuff too. Now I'm like, dude, just let them do their thing. If they're not going to work out, they're not going to work out.
No, the only thing
If they're
I
going to
thought-
work out, they're going to
the
work
only
out.
thing I thought, because the one thing is if you actually like read what he said, and you listen to what he said.
Like you interpret it word for word.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if you actually listen to what he said that I have the best job in the world and everything like that. He didn't say I got the best fucking job in the world and they're gonna have to pry my dead body off of this, like out of the bat suit or anything like that. Like he didn't really say no. He more or less just kind of went like, yeah, I really like playing Batman, but if it ends,
Yeah.
I'm still a director.
Right.
No, like, who cares? Like, Matt Reeves is going to make a fucking great Batman
Yeah,
movie
that's
with
true.
without
When he
Ben
threw out
Ben
everything.
Affleck's going to continue being a better actor as he goes along and a better director
I
as he
hope
goes
better,
along.
yeah, after Live by Night.
Live by Night was a lot of other problems.
Yeah,
that was
no,
because they really wanted the Batman thing to start up and running.
But sorry, Nick, what were you saying?
No, but I do think that what was it? Justice League of like the trailers, it consistently DC knows how to make a trailer where I'm like, I'm gonna go watch that damn movie. I know it could be bad. I'm really hoping it's not.
I mean, I hope not. I mean, I refuse to get like hyped up for it because I know a lot of friends. I know it's dead to you, but I mean,
it's a cool trailer, but like I'm not going to go out and watch it.
I'll still see it, but I don't want to get hyped for it. Like I don't want to go in like BVS where I was like surprised and I was very hyped for that movie. Like I don't know, I was digging the trailers for whatever reason, and I was fucking let down. So I don't know. I'll still see it, but
for
I
me,
just don't want to get hyped.
the trailer really did show me like a lot of really cool stuff like from Justice League. Like a lot of the stuff that they showed, I was like, that's fucking Justice League. Like that's my Justice League.
Okay.
I wish I did like the other DC movies. I can't imagine a world where I enjoyed Suicide Squad, but I wish I did like BVS and Man of Steel, because then I would be even more excited to actually go out and watch it, because that's a really good trailer.
I am hoping that with Wonder Woman, they're going to start on this good path where it's like, all right, we were struggling in the
Course
beginning.
correcting. Well, for Flashpoint,
I hate
Yes.
that. I hate that.
I was talking about it the other day where I was like, well, how do we fix a giant problem in our continuity? Flashpoint.
yeah, you could have done that or Crisis.
No, here's the thing.
No, but you don't need that. You can make a good Flash story.
But you know what I'm
just Flash.
just quick thoughts on this. So we can
Nick, continue with your thoughts.
Yeah.
on
No, but
Flashpoint.
I think with by them going, okay, the first Flash movie that we're going to start out with is Flashpoint.
Mhm.
Is saying that Flash has no other really good stories to have been told in his entire run.
Yeah.
And I think Flash has, and Flash has so many goddamn stories that are really good. Flashpoint, yes, I know that the DC, like they're really following like this New 52 thing and stuff like that. Like they're really trying to follow that New 52 thing like to the fucking letter. But I think that you could have done it with a cool little like a crime story.
Yeah.
Where like the Flash is a CSI and he's trying to figure out a murder.
Mhm.
Or you could have done, the Rogues or something like that, like introduce the Rogues or anything else. You could have made an entire heist movie with Captain Cold.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And been like, the Flash is trying to capture Captain Cold.
And then that's cool, because it's like, this dude just has an ice gun. How is he getting away from me? I can run around the city.
Absolute zero, good sir.
Okay, absolute zero. Who cares? It's not real.
I'm just correcting
Well,
you.
the point is, it'd be a cool
Yeah.
concept. Be like, how is he getting away? How is he outsmarting me? I'm the fastest man alive.
Yeah, and it's also like Snart is like one step ahead of him. Like and that can also build into like his Rogues gallery.
So, do you think they're just going to take the name Flashpoint, or do you think they're actually going to use it to reboot the franchise?
See, the problem is I feel like Flashpoint really matters when you give a shit about the Flash.
Yeah.
When you care about the Flash, that's when Flashpoint really matters.
And you haven't really got to know.
You haven't really got to know him unless you really fucking love him.
Unless it's Justice League.
In Justice League.
And even then, it's
we'll see.
Yeah. All right, Gene, thoughts on Flashpoint?
I know you hate the idea, but I mean, if it changes the fact Batman isn't a killer, Superman hasn't snapped any necks, go ahead, do it. That's my only thought on it. Like, if it does that, that's the only thing that matters to me. That's the only thing. I'm sorry.
I'd be on board with those things if they were surrounded by movies that I like.
Yeah.
I bring this up all the time.
If it makes sense, yeah.
In Batman Returns, Batman blows up like a warehouse full of villains, and that's like one of Tim Burton's best movies. It's just really weird, gothic crime tragedy.
He kills the Joker.
Yeah, and he kills the Joker in the first movie. But the point is, like, just make a good movie around it. Like, I want to see the character that I know and love adapted, but if you're going to do something else with that character, all right, whatever.
At least do it.
Yeah. But I hate the idea of Flashpoint, and I don't even like 3 of the other DC movies.
Yeah, so
because I like Days of Future Past. That's the problem with that. It's like that just exists for you to like course correct your brand for the nerds. Right. I don't like X-Men 3. I really don't like X-Men Origins. I think that's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
But who cares? Like people do like those movies. I'm sure.
For whatever reason.
I don't, but people do like those movies. So you're gonna spend an entire other movie to just course correct your brand and tell other people like, oh, that actually doesn't matter. Like I think that's
but that's comics though. That's
but these aren't comics. These are movies.
Yeah, I know, but it lends itself to
it's
the movie.
It's a $200 million franchise.
Honestly,
that's bullshit.
I don't know. I just as a comic fan, I'm just so used to that.
Okay, but I'm a movie fan too.
No, but honestly, we're talking about comic books. The easiest fucking solution, all you have to do is different universe.
Yeah. Or you know what?
As soon as you
just make another movie that's good.
Yeah, but if they go like, is this connected? It's a different universe. They'll never meet or anything like that. They're 2 separate things.
We'll see with Flashpoint. Mm-hmm. So any other
big news? I mean, okay, the last big thing I wanted to bring up was that Alien Covenant. The box office receipts are not great. They might be looking to recorrect the franchise. I know Nick didn't like Alien Covenant. Well, that's too bad because you've never been so wrong in your entire life. You've been wrong before, sir.
Yeah. So like,
Gene, what are your thoughts on that? Because that's not even an official thing. AVP Galaxy, they're like the defining Alien Predator movie database. Haven't really reported on it, so it might not have that long legs. Yeah. It might just be a rumor.
Yeah. Well, I know Alien Covenant didn't do that well, and I worked on a movie called Alien Convergence.
Alien Convergence.
So like, I don't know. Like Ridley Scott, he's really hit or miss now. I love Ridley Scott to death, but every other movie from him seems to kind of not go how he planned. Like I know The Martian was great, but then you had Exodus before that, and then The Counselor.
The Counselor is actually a masterpiece.
Yeah, but it didn't score as well. I don't know if Ridley Scott is because half of Alien Covenant is really great. I love all the decent stuff, but all the ship, the Covenant, just kind of bored me a bit. And I don't know if he's I don't think he lost his touch, but I want him to do another movie. But if he's gonna kind of Alien Covenant was great, it was good, but you kind of have the greatest sense of Alien where it's a ship, something a little different. It's a ship that goes on a planet, and you don't know what it is, and you encounter an alien. If he's just gonna do that instead of I don't know, giving it something different, then I don't know. Don't make the movie. Give it to the movie.
I really no. I really loved Alien Covenant.
Yeah,
but I saw a bunch of concept art about what Ridley Scott's initial intention was. Like, Dave was going to have these weird other experiments that were not the xenomorphs. They were going to be like the engineers, like all weird and mutated, and he's going to have these weird dog creatures that were going to have like these open. They look like the Ouroboros from Resident Evil, and like it looks weird and crazy. I'm like, I want to see that still. Yeah. So just do one more David movie to finish off a David prequel trilogy. Yeah,
then
because I want to do Alien spin-offs. Yeah,
of course. Maybe bring Ripley back.
That's it. No, absolutely not. No.
Okay, well,
no.
Sorry,
no.
If you're gonna have anybody and you're gonna do like Ripley or anything like that,
no.
Have her daughter or anything like that.
Okay, now you got me. Yeah, because Alien Isolation was fucking great.
Yeah, have her daughter.
There you go. Make that a movie.
Yeah,
it's easy.
Neil Blomkamp could do it.
Sure. Yeah. You know what? I like Zygote a lot.
Yeah,
short film Zygote.
Supposed to be his alien.
Yeah.
Sorry, just to wrap it up, Nick, what were you gonna say?
No, yeah, you which are easy way to make the alien movie. You have her daughter. She's looking for That's it.
Okay.
And then
There
she
you go.
runs into xenomorphs.
Isolation.
Yeah, basically you can change the fuck out of that too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
You can
because
change
it is
a lot.
like 400 years long.
Yeah,
I love the game, but it's fucking
Right.
long.
yeah, it's a really long game. But I do think that,
Mhm.
which I can understand why Covenant didn't do as well. It's a very slow burning movie, which that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like the end payoff was so in your face.
Yeah.
That it wasn't worth it.
Okay.
As soon as I kind of like saw the two Davids and everything like that, like the two what was it? The two androids.
The two androids.
I was the first thing I thought was, okay, well, one of those androids is gonna die and he's gonna take his place and then he's gonna go up in the ship. Like it was very much in your face.
They telegraphed it.
Yeah, they really did telegraph the hell out of it. And I was like, okay, so that's how the movie's gonna end. However this movie ends, that's how it's gonna do it. And then as soon as it happened, I was like, okay, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's fair.
You guys are very similar to Matt Gringo's thoughts on that. So check out their Alien retrospective where we talked about that. I very much liked it.
Not as opinionated.
Yeah. Well, oh my God, you guys! I love Matt.
I like Matt too.
Okay. So let's go on into the big reason we're here today. That's our interview with Sharknado director Anthony C. Ferrante. We're going to cut away to that right now, and then we're going to come back and finish up the episode with some quick movie reviews and thoughts on anything else you might have.
And joining us today is Anthony C. Ferrante, director of the Sharknado series, Boo. Was it what was the Asylum movie, Anthony? The Horseman?
Forgotten Evil.
Forgotten Evil. And many other Asylum movies. Thank you so much, Anthony, for joining us. How are you today?
No, thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So cool, Anthony. Just going right into it. How was San Diego Comic-Con? The panel for Sharknado?
It went great. It was really cool having pretty much all these fans show up. I mean, every year we kind of pack the house, so it's kind of like the first step toward all the press that we ultimately end up doing for these movies. So it's always nice to see the fans out there. They're the ones who made us what we were, and so it's awesome.
Yeah. And you also had a movie I worked on where I first met you, Awaken the Shadowman. Can you talk about that a bit briefly?
Yeah, Awaken the Shadowman was a movie that I was attached as a producer on. Skyler and James and Woodrow, the producer writers, and also James and Skyler starred in it. They approached me about being involved. My schedule prevented me from jumping on board as a director, so I really believed in the project and stuck around as a producer. Got to work with them on it, and it's kind of an old school, like 1970s, early 80s, slow burning thriller. That deals with sort of the Shadow Man phenomena, and it's very different and very original in that respect, and it looks gorgeous, and there's really great performances by everyone in the film. I'm just like really, really proud of being involved in that, and like they did an amazing job of the promotion on it and getting the word out. And it's now available on VOD and DVD right now, and it'll terrify people. It's a really scary, spooky movie.
It's on iTunes as well, right?
Yeah, it's on iTunes as well.
Cool. And just changing gears here, we just want to start a conversation. What sort of movie? Kind of curious. What kind of movies are you drawn to? What are your favorites?
I mean, I have a lot of different interests, movie-wise, but obviously I'm a horror guy. I grew up on horror films. Big fan of John Carpenter, David Cronenberg. I love Spielberg stuff. But I also like things that are a little off the beaten track. I really like John Sayles films. Baby It's You is an amazing movie, and Lone Star is a great movie. He directed and wrote both of those films. Also, I really like Barry Levinson's work. the Baltimore trilogy that he did, or quadrilogy that he did, was pretty awesome. And obviously, Rain Man is a great movie. So I'm just drawn to really interesting character things, but also I just like a good horror film.
Yeah.
I think I look, John Carpenter's The Thing. I think is probably the best horror movie of the last 30 years. It's been 30 years. It's been longer now, probably. But however long, yeah, it's like 35. Oh my gosh, 35 years. The Thing just rules. It's a movie that was sort of maligned when it came out by critics and wasn't really appreciated. Those that did see it and appreciated it, it grew and became a cult film, and it holds up. It's one of those movies where all that practical effects stuff that Rob Bottin did, it's flawless. You look at it and it doesn't look like effects. It's tactile. It's real. It doesn't feel like bad CGI. The only two things that kind of date the movie is the little Adrian Barbeau computer screen and some of the stop motion animation, which is very small and is good, but it's the only thing that kind of goes, okay, that doesn't hold up, but everything else does. And I love that they just recently remastered it through Shout Factory, and I think Arrow in the UK is doing their own little 4K remaster. So yeah, it's a must for anybody that loves horror films.
Definitely.
Anthony, I know that most people would be interested. How exactly do these movies come about? Coming from the concept all the way down to getting just filming in general, casting it, going through everything like that. I mean, the Sharknado movies are interesting and they're also a cult classic. But I mean, how exactly do you guys come up with the idea for these?
Well, it kind of is sort of a circular kind of thing. I was doing a lot of writing for SyFy. I was doing a lot of horror films for them, and when you do that, you pitch a lot of ideas. Sometimes anywhere between 10 to 20 ideas at a time to the various different companies that had output deals with SyFy. So, usually they would come to me for like, oh, come up with a ghost story, come up with a leprechaun, come up with a banshee. So I would do the monster stuff. And my occasional writing partner, Jacob Hare, and I were trying to come up with some cool things. And we're going, let's come up with, in addition to the horror stuff, let's come up with a couple really ridiculous ideas. And one of them was lava birds. And then the other one was Sharknado. He goes, Sharknado. And we love the concept and the idea. And I think we pitched it, but I don't think it was pitched correctly to the network, because I don't think the company that pitched it to them pitched it as Sharknado. And then I wrote a reference to a Sharknado in the Leprechaun script that I was writing that After Dark made called Red Clover on DVD, but it aired as Leprechaun's Revenge or something. Mm-hmm. And so when they saw the word in that script, they go, oh, we must make this movie. And that's kind of the evolution. And then suddenly I was doing some stuff with Asylum and they got the contract to do it, and I was directing Sharknado. So it was a concept that, the moment Jake and I we're talking about it, is like, this is the best thing ever, and we would tell people the title and they would just laugh. So we always knew early on that was a really good title. For whatever reason, it was a perfect mashup of natural disaster and predatory creatures.
Yeah, definitely.
As far as shark movies go, because I love shark movies. We just did a week-long retrospective on the Jaws series for Shark Week, for example. Do you guys take the time to look at each individual member of the shark species and be like, oh, we want to put this one in the movie, this one would provide a cool kill here?
Oh, we're lazy. We're terrible people. The visual effects guys will look into we'll say, hey, let's try to get this kind of shark in there or that shark. We'll try to do different things. We've always talked about goblin sharks. That I don't think they've ever appeared in a Sharknado movie yet. But we kind of call our movie it's not sharks, it's not tornadoes, it's a Sharknado, and it's our own unique a monster in a way, and it could do whatever we want it to do. And within it, there are different types of sharks. But it's funny. We're always trying to come up with the outlandish set pieces, and we never go, hey, wouldn't it be funny if a goblin shark did this? It's a little more boring than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually it's like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if a shark ate another shark, and then a whale ate it, and then every single person that was eaten in the movie is cut out by little gill. That's the kind of crazy stuff that we usually end up coming up with.
Yeah. What's your favorite shark kill, Anthony, in all the series?
The one on the fire truck in number 2 is still holds up as one of the best. But I mean, in the first movie, him chainsawing his way out of the shark, and that was pretty much practical. That we did some CGI assist on it, but we did it practically in terms of like building, a skin and stuff. And I always kind of like that, just because no one expects that at the end of that movie. There's a couple really cool moments in Sharknado 5. There's a thing where Finn is underwater, and something we haven't done in a long time, and he punches a shark. It's total Sharknado.
He punches it in the nose.
He punches it in the nose. It's just Sharknado.
Very cool. Will we ever see a shark repellent?
We actually did that kind of sort of in number 4. Lori Grenier from Shark Tank on the TV, she's selling a shark repellent kit. And then we actually shot a scene with her using it that would never made it into the final cut of the film. That was around the time where I think we were wooing Adam West and Burt Ward.
Yeah.
So we wrote this whole shark repellent scene, and then I don't think they ended up in it. So we still kept the idea. We had each type of shark repellent designed, like it was in the Batman movie.
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of your cameos, I know that Sharknado it's almost famous for how many cameos you guys seem to fit into a single film. How exactly do those come about? Is it just people who are interested in the movie and they want to be a part of it, or do you guys reach out, or how exactly does that work?
It's we have a great casting person, Scotty Mullen, who also wrote this movie. He's great. He goes after things. I mean, SyFy has their wish list. We have our wish list. I mean, we're ravenous when it comes to the people that we want. And so sometimes it's about scheduling. The way we do the cameos, it usually is, hey, we're shooting on Tuesday. Who's available? How do we make this work? And then we kind of, okay, well, we have to rewrite the role for this person or create a role for that person. But Olivia Newton-John was somebody that we really, really wanted from, I think, as far back as number 3, and we finally got her in number 5. We really wanted a great prime minister, and we couldn't cast anybody out of England, so we ended up with Chris Kattan, who did an amazing job. He's so funny as the prime minister. So, we really lucked out getting him. I think it was just, I love Saturday Night Live, and he's just an amazing performer. Mm-hmm. So that was sort of a fun surprise. Fabio's the Pope happened when we decided we wanted a Pope, and then Scotty goes, we got to get Fabio, and we got Fabio. So,
awesome.
So it's all random. I wanted, I really pushed wanting David Naughton in the movie, and it would have been great to have him actually in London when we were there, but we did shoot something with him here. So, there's a lot of, sometimes it ties into the story, or sometimes it ties into the moment, or just ends up being random. Mm-hmm. And that's the beauty of Sharknado.
Yeah. I do have one question about a single cameo. Is Mark Cuban playing Mark Cuban as president, or is it just he's a different?
No, he's playing Marcus Robbins. He's the president of the United States, President Robbins, President Marcus Robbins.
Okay, no, the only reason I ask is I noticed that there was a little tiny tongue-in-cheek joke where he says, "Oh, they used to call me a shark." So that's just us being cheeky. But in that, before Mark was cast, we were very close to having Trump as president in number 3.
Yeah, we were.
No way.
I thought I told you that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's maybe he still thinks he's auditioning for Sharknado. I don't know, but
I can imagine. Would he have done all the stunts though in that opening scene?
Oh, we would have made it work. Honestly, it would have been so awesome. I mean, look. He would have won by a landslide if he was in Sharknado, because having Trump with a gun shooting sharks. I mean, that just plays to his core base, and people would just go. That's why I think if Mark Cuban decides to run, I mean, he's got he's got the he's got the fan base in the bag.
Yeah.
So
that's true. But this is also the. Donald Trump did say he does not exercise because it would use his finite battery. So he would. I don't know if you heard that.
No, I don't.
But
I'm not entirely too sure.
that's a whole thing. No,
Yeah.
Trump believes that the body has a finite amount of like energy that you can exert from it. So that's a whole other thing.
Look, we would have made it work. We have a great stunt team. We would have got him to do as much as he could have done, and we would have also, probably had a stunt person if we needed it. Mark, when we got on set with Mark was just game to do whatever we needed, and like I said, it always culminated with the president and Finn, with machine guns taking out sharks. And like I said, I love that Mark did it. I think Mark just sold it so much. And Trump would have been a very interesting president in Sharknado too. So he's done stuff like that in the past with wrestling and all that. So
Also, kind of changing gears here. You did the Archie versus Sharknado, and kind of Archie grew up. We did have one question for you. Well, two questions. Because I don't know if I think I asked you this on Shadowman. Veronica or Betty?
Well, I love them both actually. When I got to write that comic book, the people at Archie Comics were really generous. I mean, I knew the characters, and I grew up with the book, but they sent me a whole bunch of stuff, and I devoured everything because I know Sharknado, but I didn't want to be the guy that screwed up Archie. I didn't want to be the one that like, oh no, he doesn't know how to write the Archie character. So I really wanted to get my head wrapped around where they were and where they've been. And they haven't. It hasn't really changed much. Recently, they've rebooted it and done it a lot more serious, and updated it even in addition to doing the old style. But one of the things that bothered me a little bit was how archaic Betty and Veronica are still pining for Archie, and then there was Cherry Blossom in the mix as well, and I like strong female characters, as obviously you could see in Sharknado, with April and Nova and stuff. So I kind of just fell in love with writing them. I thought, if you read the book, it's more Betty Veronica rather than Archie being the hero in a weird way. And what it was about was them going, you know what, we don't need Archie. Cherry Blossom could have him, and we don't care. And so so I love them both. I think the two of them together just, they're fun to write. So I can't pick between either of them. So
that's fair enough.
And then two more questions to hop off that. Archie or Jughead? And if you could combine Riverdale into a Sharknado series, if you could make the universe a shared universe, would you do it?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, if we could bring those two worlds to light, I mean, that would be really fun. I mean, certainly we have the groundwork with the comic to play off things. There's stuff that we did in the comic that we still haven't done in the movies. I wrote this chainsaw shooter in the Archie comic that we've been trying to bring to life in 4 and 5, and we still haven't perfected it. It still hasn't been created yet. And Archie and Jughead, look, that all of those characters were fun to write. There was I really like writing Dilbert. And actually the other thing too that was interesting, Archie gave me the license to kill off any character I wanted, since it was a one-off comic. And as I was scripting it, I killed people off, and then I had a change of heart, and I didn't kill them off. Like Jughead was supposed to die. There's a few other people that were going to die, and it just didn't. When you have that license, you have to have a purpose for killing them off, as opposed to just, hey, I can do it.
Right.
And Sabrina, killing off Sabrina, I thought was funny, because here's the one person that has the ability to have magic and stop all this, and she gets torn apart by sharks. So that was a funny gag. I thought, okay, because someone would say, oh, well, why didn't they use the magic? So that's kind of how that ended up.
Okay.
And speaking of Sharknado crossovers, we here also love classic movies. If you could put a Sharknado into one classic movie, like pre-1980s, what movie would it be and why? Like for me, I think Casablanca could only be improved by a Sharknado.
Honestly, I was thinking so.
Yeah, like Humphrey Bogart just looking off in the distance, and instead of the backdrop being World War II, it's just a Sharknado epidemic.
Well, this is an obvious one. It's Wizard of Oz, because then you have flying monkeys versus sharks. It's perfect. It's a perfect mashup. It becomes a completely different movie.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Go ahead.
Did you have Casablanca?
I honestly, this is why I always say we should really talk about what these are beforehand. Because I really did have Casablanca. I was like, Casablanca, of course. Like, that would be hilarious.
I kind of want to go with Mad Max was like 1979. Like Mad Max, like the like Road Warrior, where they're just trying to get away from the Sharknadoes. I don't know, kind of like I don't know, like a chase scene or something with all the like humongous or something. That'd be cool.
You know what? Why not Predator? Let's add more travesty to that movie. Just add a Sharknado to a Predator.
Yeah. What do you think of those suggestions, Anthony?
I think let's see if we can convince these big studios to fund the hybridization of these movies. That would be a great thing, is to be able to get them to go, okay, we can Sharknado each one of these things. So
absolutely. Is there anybody that's still on your wish list for a cameo or anything like that?
Well, Bill Murray has always been on our wish list, and we've joked about Clint Eastwood, even though probably would never do it. So there's always people. So it just depends on availabilities and if they get it. I mean, you have to kind of just jump into this and expect it to be a silly kind of fun event. It's not, people when they show up, it's like a half a day. You come in, do your lines, and you leave. And and usually it's if their kids or their grandkids or whatever, they know the movies and they go, oh, okay, I'll do it because my grandkids want me to be in it.
Yeah. Just kind of just really quickly, I was really curious. What are your like? I know you're a fan of Jaws, but do you have any other favorite shark movies that aren't Jaws?
Well, I mean, obviously, Jaws is the gold standard. None of us would be here without Jaws. I really like last year's The Shallows. I thought that was a really good movie. It's beautifully shot. It's super contained. It's efficient. It's just a really solid shark film.
Yeah. What about Deep Blue Sea?
It's okay.
They're supposed to do a sequel, right?
Yeah.
They're doing one right now, I think.
Oh wow.
A buddy of mine's directing it, Darren Scott. So I hope he has fun with that. I think he'll do a great job.
Samuel Jackson comes back as a cyborg.
Yeah.
For the what possessed you guys? Did you guys automatically know that you guys were going to kill off the April character and then leave it to the fans, or was that something that just from outcry or anything like that you guys went, okay, let's have the fans decide whether or not she lives, whether or not she comes back, or anything like that?
Well, I think that even if they wanted to kill her off, we wouldn't have killed her off. I mean, that was a SyFy thing, and I think it was great. It helped. It was a good hook. It got people back for the fourth film. But yeah, I mean, people that love these movies were never going to let Tara Reid die, right. I didn't want to see her die. I think that character has grown and become one of the most interesting things about these movies, because we throw everything at her and she's still ticking, and Finn is the strong, consistent hero, and he's the pillar and the anchor, but he also is doing it for his family, and you can't have the same movie if suddenly April's dead. I mean, suddenly Part 4 is the biggest downer in the world. It's like, my wife's dead. And we have a little bit of that at the beginning of the movie when we introduce him. He's kind of moved on a little bit, but he still loves his wife. So I mean, I don't know how you could recover from that if that was the case.
Also, just with crossovers and everything like that, I know that was Lavalantula connected to the Sharknado series, or was that just kind of like a tongue-in-cheek?
They're owned by different companies, so there was a nice little synergy, just to kind of help each other out in a way. So Ian did a little moment in Lavalantula. Whether he was Ian or whether he was Finn is a question mark. And then, Steve Guttenberg paid the favor back in number 4. We allude that he's playing the character from Lavalantula, but it's up to the fans to decide if they're part of the same shared universe, because they really can't be, because they're different companies that own the properties. I would say that if anything, there's sort of a shared universe, a loose one with Z Nation, because we've had 2 people now from Z Nation in our movies. So.
Yeah. So was it one day? Hopefully, there could be an Asylum cinematic universe.
Yeah, I mean that's always a possibility. I think I think one of the smart things though is that you know they they make standalone movies, and they sometimes have sequels and stuff. But I think that you have to know every single Asylum movie to really kind of be able to have a shared universe. And the thing is, someone that likes Troy isn't necessarily going to watch, Hansel and Gretel. Someone likes Hansel and Gretel isn't necessarily going to watch Rise of the Sharks or whatever.
Right.
And I think we do a good job with Sharknado. As much as they are serialized a little bit, we always kind of start off. It's a brand new movie in a way, so you get a little recap, but we don't just start off right where the last one ended. We kind of we pick it up and things have changed. Even that we have a cliffhanger with the Eiffel Tower in Niagara Falls, we still do a time jump, of a few weeks leading into number 5. And I think that's what keeps them, fresh, because whether you like Sharknado or you just want to see a silly movie, you can jump into it. You may not know everything about it with all the little wink, wink, nod, nods to the other films, but they still kind of stand on their own, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Kind of changing the gears here, Anthony. We have a topic, we have a segment called Pitch a Movie, where we usually give a guest suggestions, and they kind of do like an improv thing. But we're doing something different. We're having you. We're going to.
We're going to pitch to you.
Yeah, pitch to you,
and you're going to tell us whether you would approve this movie or you wouldn't allow it to be shown in theaters anywhere across the globe.
Okay.
And so how we usually do it is that we give the guest a list of topics or a list of necessary components to the movie that have to be in it. Like, like the famous John Peters thing from Superman Lives is a giant spider.
Yeah.
So like silly tongue-in-cheek stuff like that. And so how we want you to do it is give us a list of 3 things that are going to go to the movie, and then Gene, Nick, and I are going to pitch the movie in 3 separate acts.
to you.
Okay. Let's see. A potato,
Okay.
slugs, and Bill Murray.
Okay.
Okay.
Does the potato have to do anything?
Like, it's a plot
Your
device.
pitch. That's your.
He just wants to see a potato there. All right.
These are the things I want. I'm gonna put $50,000 into this movie. Wait a minute, no, that changed my mind. I'm gonna put $25,000 into this movie. So tell me how we can make this work.
Okay.
That's what studio executives do. I need this. Make it work. I want a potato, a slug, and Bill Murray. But we won't get Bill Murray. We're probably going to get Chad Murray, who's from Wisconsin. He's not related to the Murray brothers. But he's still a Murray, and we'll still make it kind of look like it says Bill Murray, even though it's not.
Yeah. Could have gotten Lorenzo music. So, okay, cool. We got those suggestions. We're going to cut away to a video of the Q&A from Awaken the Shadowman at Dances with Films, and for a few seconds, and we'll be back with our Shark movie.
We need to hit these demographics. He added so much to the film, to be very honest. And I'd like to, can we applaud Anthony right now a little bit, please? Honestly. Thank you. And then, guys, to be very honest, to yourselves, a lot of you guys are the crew, the cast. Please applaud for yourself. You killed it. Nailed it. Yeah, honestly, nailed it. We've got distribution, which most of you know. We also have a theatrical run, a limited theatrical release for the film. Huge. Seriously. And then after that, we just sold to Time Warner. It's going to be across the nation with Time Warner. Amazing. Guys, honestly, it's all you. Sold to Time Warner, across the nation, on demand. And then even after that, we just nailed a huge sale 2 days ago to Redbox. So, killing this right now. Guys, thank you. And Anthony, thank you. Everybody, thank you. I know is your mic working?
No, yeah, I got it back. I have another one, yes.
Go ahead.
Did you guys actually write it in mind for you, since you kind of co-wrote it? Did you guys always think, yes, we're going to play this, or because you felt it so personal, or were you like, oh, we'll cast someone, hand it off to someone?
Jay and Skyler are actors first and do a damn good job. Here you go, Jay.
we all, the three of us are partners, so we did this together, and we did this in mind with each other, and basically the three of us, it's a partnership with us, and we just tried to, let Skyler talk. Skyler doesn't like when I chew gum when I talk, so I don't let him talk. Spit out the gum, Jay, come on, we're on camera. I didn't have anything else to say besides that.
About writing the role for your, having it, you do the role as well instead of casting.
Well, we wrote a few scripts, three of us together, and basically this was the one that we were like, okay, we could do it, we're gonna get it financed, and we're gonna make it, so, we were so close to it, and so we just felt like we were gonna play the guys in it, and, that's what we did.
And welcome back to the Waffle Press Movie Podcast. I'm your host, David Crespo, with Gina Versa, Nick Valero, Anthony C. Ferrante. Thank you again so much for joining us.
Hey, guys. No, I'm welcome to be back after that weird little bizarre, strange interlude while we sat here and I watched you guys kind of talk amongst yourselves. Think like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with him? He's this is the worst interview I've ever. Oh my gosh.
All right. This is Pitch a Movie, a segment where we ask our guests to pitch us a movie, but we're doing it a little differently. This time we're pitching you a shark movie. You gave us some suggestions.
Oh, wait. Sorry. No, I'm a studio executive right now. Wait. I'm looking at my phone. Sorry. What were you saying? No, wait. Hold on. I need to order something right now. Who are you guys again? You're in here for that movie about the giant lizard? Or is that who you're in here for?
The Shark Movie.
Shark movie.
Shark. Okay. Well, no, we're not doing shark movies this week. Sorry. Well, wait, can you just look? I have a dentist appointment that I have to take in Hawaii. I'm going to be gone for the next 6 weeks. Why don't you guys come back in 7 weeks? We'll schedule it for them. It'll be fine. And just remind there you go. Now you're getting a taste of Hollywood.
That was too real.
That's too honest.
I'm hurt.
We just cut to black at the end of the podcast.
That's the end of the show.
All right, so let's hear it.
Okay.
All right. So it's a potato, a slug, and Bill Murray.
Yeah.
But it's actually going to be Chad Murray. Actually, we found out that he's not available, so it's going to be Chippy Murray. He's actually 10 years old. He's blind, and he's not an actor. But again, we can sort of manipulate the word Chippy to look like Bill, and we'll sell $1 million.
Okay. All right.
I was like, what?
That's
Extending up a little bit. Okay. That's fine. All right. So we open up with a flashback in black and white. Sharks are attacking all over the coast of Southern California, and there's one lone police chief who has stood the test of time and fought off hordes and hordes of sharks. And he's hailed as a hero. Time flashes by like The Incredibles. You get snippets of his life after that, and he has post-traumatic shark stress disorder, where he sees sharks everywhere and he cannot escape the sight of sharks. But the problem is that sharks aren't attacking people anymore. And he's suffering. Like he cannot live a normal life anymore. And so he's become an alcoholic. He lives by himself. His family's left him. The last thing they did, they took everything, by the way, when they left the house. They took the couches, the chairs, all the food from the fridge. All they left was a single potato. And so to keep himself sane, he wakes up every morning and sees this little potato in the freezer and reminds himself of why he shouldn't kill himself.
Okay. And then a swarm of sharks come, and they're not regular sharks. They're like mutated slugs from this like plant that spilled like toxic waste. They're kind of like Ninja Turtles or something. And the slugs combined with the sharks, and they start invading the town. And it's kind of like them, but with like, better effects. And he's the only one that could, he stands up to them, and, he kind of knows their weakness and everything. So that's the third act.
So Bill Murray actually devises a way so that way he can actually fence off the coast. He is able to fence off this coast with a metal fence. As he's doing this, he's then trying to find a way to electrocute the fence. He's able to attach the fence to the local energy station, which is on the shore. As he's trying to hook up the station, the sharks are jumping out of the water, killing everybody that's near him. And right before he's actually able to connect the cables, he realizes that it's too short, so he's able to actually connect. So he realizes the only way in which he's going to actually make this connection is by putting the potato in the middle and making the connection through, shocking and killing all of the sharks, allowing him to truly come full circle and knowing that his family is the thing that truly protects him.
Well, okay, number one, I don't know what's wrong with you guys. Number one, look, slugs is stupid. Why would you have that whole potato thing? I don't know where you came up with that dumb idea, but the potato thing sucks. And we can't afford Bill Murray. What the hell? We probably can't even afford a guy named Chippy Murray. So it's wasted my time. That said, I think we have a title. We're going to call it Slarks, and I'll give you $10,000 to go make it. So,
okay. So we
well, no, but we're gonna change everything. It's now gonna be about dolphins.
It'll be great though. It'll be great.
It's a kids film now. It's not. There's no horror in it.
It's gonna be a heartfelt movie.
So there you go. Slarks.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's kind of a yes.
I gave you a taste of Hollywood.
Yeah.
But Anthony, how would you grade that as the champion of the shark movie right now?
No, it's you guys did a really good job with some ridiculous things. It's fun. So I'll give you guys a thumbs up on it.
Thank you. I'll pitch it to Lat.
Yeah, there you go. And you're gonna take my Slarks idea, huh? I'm gonna run in there right now.
Yeah, I swear to God, if I see this in a year, if I see a movie about Bill Murray and a potato, I'm suing you.
So awesome. So yeah, I guess we kind of got it.
Yeah. I mean that wraps up the segment of the show. Yeah. I mean, you guys have any more questions?
No, actually, I mean, for the most part, I mean, Anthony, you were able to answer every single one of our questions, and I really do appreciate you coming and joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Anthony, for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Sharknado 5 Global Swarming airs this Sunday, August 6th on SyFy. It is the craziest one yet. We shot in 5 different countries, international. We shot in Bulgaria, England, London, Italy, and Australia. April and Finn travel the globe trying to get their son out of a vortex NATO. It's going to be pretty awesome. And I think when people get to the ending of the movie, they will not believe what we did at the end of the film. If there's ever a cliffhanger that kind of sets up what the next movie would be that you really want to be there for, this is the movie that does it. So hopefully people will like it. The audience will show up and they'll greenlight a 6th movie.
Definitely, absolutely. And when you're watching it, you're supposed to use the hashtag Sharknado5?
Yeah, hashtag Sharknado5. We're going to be live tweeting from Vegas. So, enjoy the, have fun, tweet, watch the movie, talk to us, laugh, drink, eat, be merry. And, for the, Sharknado is sort of SyFy Super Bowl. It's the Super Bowl of SyFy, essentially. So everybody gets together, has parties and stuff. And so for one night a year, you get to have free entertainment on TV, and you can smile a little bit. That's what the Sharknado movies are all about. We basically are there to give people a little joy, especially with how crazy things have been in the last year.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have a Sharknado viewing party. Press
I'm
hashtag Sharknado5.
Absolutely.
I'd love to do that. Pick up a couple beers. Oh, hell yeah. All right. Thank you again so much for joining us. We really, really appreciate it, and we cannot wait to watch Sharknado 5.
You're welcome, guys. Thanks again.
Where can people find you at?
They can find me at AC Ferrante on Twitter, and on Instagram they can find me at Anthony C. Ferrante, Ferrante. That's on Instagram. And then also our band Quint, Quint, the band. We did the theme song to the first Sharknado movie. We've done a lot of music for these movies. You can find our stuff on iTunes.
Cool. Awesome, cool. Yeah, the song is great. Digging?
All right, yeah. Follow the Waffle Press on Twitter at the Waffle Press, and on Facebook, subscribe, all that jazz. What about you guys?
Yeah, you can find me Gene9892 on Twitter, Instagram, all around.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook and on Twitter, Nicolero1940.
Cool. So, Anthony, thank you again. You have been an amazing guest. We appreciate your time being on the show, and we look forward to seeing Sharknado 5 on August 5th.
August 6th. August 6th. Sharknado 5, August 6th. That's what we have to do.
August 6th, guys. Remember that.
Sorry.
No worries. I take away another $5,000. You're now making the movie for $5,000 plus.
Money.
Yeah.
Take $2,000 of that and put it in the I forgot the air date of Sharknado 5 jar. All right, guys, take it easy. Thanks again. It's been great.
Okay, we're going to finish up the episode really quick. Thank you again to Anthony C. Ferrante for joining us. That was a really, really fun interview. Let's wrap up the episode with quick movie reviews. Nick, what have you seen recently?
Baby Driver. I really enjoyed it. Edgar Wright nailed it, knocked it out of the park on this one. What was it? The way that he mixes action with music and everything else that he does inside that movie, excellent, including characters and everything like that. Definitely, I recommend watching it.
Gene, what do you got?
I saw a Ghost Story. I saw it yesterday. Actually, I really enjoyed it. It came out of Sundance. Everyone was talking about it, and the pie scene is something else. When she's sorry.
I'm so sorry.
What's up?
I just saw Nick break a pen, and I didn't even look at his face, but I could just imagine it. Like,
all right.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So
I saw a Ghost Story, and it was like kind of like, I don't know, 2001 in a sense, where it's very a lot of cosmic.
I heard that.
Yeah, a lot of cosmic ideals. Rooney Mara is great. The pie scene is something else. Casey Affleck is good as a sheet. He's still a terrible person, but he's good playing a sheet over his head, which probably should be in every movie.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it's happened to me that whole time.
Yeah, but no, I loved it. It made me think a lot of thoughts.
I watched Dunkirk, and it is an incredible.
Did you see it? You just saw it regular?
I just saw it regular.
I saw it in 70 millimeter.
How was that?
It's great. Basically, however you watch the movie, like, it's a damn good movie. It is Nolan in his most experimental. I even say like elemental. If that sounds a little weird because it's separated, not 3 acts, but 3 separate perspectives of land, air, and sea. On the evacuation of Dunkirk, it's not really a battle. It's like the battle already happened and they lost. They're just trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much bloodless war movie, but it's more of a survival movie.
Yeah.
And it's about like the endurance of the human spirit and the lengths they'll go to keep their humanity. Yeah. And it's really powerful stuff and might be the best movie of the year. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's a damn impressive movie.
Oh, for sure.
And it's going to deserve a lot of stuff towards award season.
Yeah, I hope so because the Academy has always kind of slipped on a little bit.
How did Inception not win? That's the whole other thing. Yeah. We got to wrap up the episode.
But
thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Christine, Raph, for all your help. I'm so sorry. We've gone for so long. Check out What's Up Whittier, Christine's podcast. Should plug that. Raph, do you have a podcast?
No, I don't.
That's okay. You should get a podcast, Raph. Yeah. Talk about your muscles. Oh my God.
Talk about man buns and muscles.
Yes. But,
Nick, plugs.
Buns and muscles.
No.
What?
I mean, sure, why not? Yeah. Go for it. Gene, plugs.
Just Gene9892, Twitter, Instagram, see Alien Convergence. And
Yeah. The Waffle Press. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook. Like, subscribe if you like this video. Check out Sharknado 5. If you didn't like and subscribe anyways, because you might find something you do like. We do retrospective series, Jaws, Alien, something else coming up soon. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. We have been professionally unprofessional.